Hello there, BoBo the Bitcoiner is back. It's my style and my passion to talk to anybody that I met or even friends of friends. Nothing but Bitcoin. And not one single person has not heard of Bitcoin today. Even more amazing, many not just heard about Bitcoin today, but have actually participated in cryptos one way or another. Very interesting. World is changing. What is incredible is a year ago, a few understand or believe in cryptos. I see huge difference in just 1 year. Many even commented that Bitcoin cannot be ignored anymore. Those who don't believe earlier think Bitcoin is something that must be looked into. It's remarkable after 13 years, it still works well and fine. I have not heard of any failed transactions. Have not heard of the ecosystem to ever get disrupted or hiccup. And most extraordinary, it has never been hacked. Everyone knows there is no one system in this world that has never been hacked. Even NATO or US Ministry of Defense has been hacked. What more can you say? And they wonder why, or even they may not understand the reason. Okay. In actual fact, everyone can understand. It's a question of if you want to understand or not. There's no qualifications to understand Bitcoin. You don't have to be highly educated. You don't even need an academic certificate. In fact, a taxi driver or a hawker operator is able to understand Bitcoin as long as they understand logic. The only requirement is you spend time and effort to understand. There are tons of informations and educational material on the internet. Just Google what is Bitcoin and you have all the materials that you need. There are also numerous YouTubers who are willingly explain Bitcoin to everyone from A to Z, depending on how deep you want to research. Of course, there are volumes of books on the subject too. All you need is time, something unavoidable. You spend enough time and effort to know what is Bitcoin, okay, there is never lack of material. This is how I learned Bitcoin myself anyway, right? The more you dive deep into the rabbit hole of the Bitcoin, the more you understand. And in fact, there's no end to the learning of Bitcoin. It is just not just a fundamental innovation of Bitcoin, technology superiority, right? But also what Bitcoin can help in society. Example, Bitcoin forces us to act honestly. In the financial world, the bankers and the politicians can manipulate the finance to their advantage, but not Bitcoin. In stock market, company can cook the books to make it look good to improve their stock value, right? In Bitcoin, there's no way to cook the book. Every transaction is recorded in the decentralized blockchain for the whole world to see. All right. Can you see the ledger of the bank or government? It's all behind closed door, right? Bitcoin is transparent to the whole world. Every single transaction from day one can be seen by everyone. The record cannot be edited, erased, or manipulated. The resistance to Bitcoin, ironically, are the financial elites, the educated actually, because they control the finance. They tweak the banking system to their advantage, like the Federal Reserve printing of unlimited money. Who benefited? The elite, the people on top, the powerful politicians and bankers. They enjoyed all these years of easy money from the privileges they make themselves. To them, Bitcoin is a threat to their corrupted system. Bitcoin cannot be corrupted. That's the difference. You know? That's why we see the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. Right? The world is getting more and more unfair as the years goes by. And we all know nobody is able to do anything about it until Bitcoin comes along. It is natural that the financial elites are against it. Their rights bowl at stake now. My simple explanation is Bitcoin is for everyone. You can be rich or poor. You can be powerful or just ordinary citizen. You can be in any corner of the world. Right? Everyone or anyone can participate as long as they follow the protocol of the Bitcoin ecosystem, which treat every transaction fairly and honestly. There's no way you can cheat or manipulate the system. Any dishonest act or action simply cannot be admitted and thrown out. But slowly we are seeing the financial institutions are getting into Bitcoin. After years of fighting Bitcoin, they now realize Bitcoin cannot be ignored. Right? It's the only pure and simple money system the world has ever seen. They try ways and means to discredit it, and they also realize they are fighting a losing battle. Bitcoin refused to go away, despite the non-support from financial elite and the government. More and more people are adopting it. Why fight a winning system? It's better to face it, accept it, and be part of the sound money movement. Bitcoin will change the traditional world banking system forever. How can you convince the world that Bitcoin is not better when it can do a transaction anywhere in the world quick and cheap? Right? A recent $1 billion transaction cost the sender $1. And the recipient receive it in the next minute. Try to do it with the banking system today. It takes days and easily cost you $10 million if just 0.01% of the transfer of 1 billion. It's a no-brainer, right? Today, you don't want to believe Bitcoin, also cannot, right? How not to? After 13 years, perfect performance, not a single honest transaction does not go through. No one single transaction ever get interrupted. No one single transaction was not recorded in the decentralized blockchain, and it never been hacked. How not to believe, right? 咪相信不被晒咧，啊？ So my friend, don't you think it's time to do something yourself? Forget about the price today, all right? $43,000 today, so what? 5 years ago, when I start telling my friend, it was $1,600. 5 years later, it could be 500,000, half a million. Then what? You know what? As long as Bitcoin is intact, the ecosystem is intact, it could be 1 million or 10 million in due course. Who knows? But the direction is there for us to see if you open your eyes. They will overtake gold as a safe haven. Gold market capital now is $11 billion. Bitcoin market cap is about $1 billion. For Bitcoin to reach up to $10 billion of gold market cap in 5 years is achievable. That means 10 times or roughly $500,000 to their value. Very reachable, huh? Gold is valuable because of its limited supply. Bitcoin is even more valuable because it is finite, 21 million. In fact, it is 17 million, taking away the lost Bitcoin forever. Lost Bitcoin will add value to its 17 million Bitcoin actually. The only lingering concern is US government regulation against Bitcoin. Right? Banning Bitcoin is way past event. Right? US law can be biased and strict, but they have the people's freedom of choice to respect. Even some politicians on both sides of the Republicans and the Democrats are wavering on the side of Bitcoin now. They may institute regulation like heavy tax and obstacles to slow down Bitcoin. But they can never stop nor confiscate it. Ultimately, it is the people who have to decide what is better for themselves, not the government or the bank. You ask any American about US dollar now, many do not even trust their own currency anymore. Mentally, they are the superior human being, but realistically, they know they are no longer better than other races. So my friend, study Bitcoin, please. Understand it. It's never too late. All right. Forget about the price. It is just still young and growing. The time will come when it will reach the higher value. What price? Nobody knows. $100,000? No problem. Anytime I tell you. Okay. $500,000? 1 million? Who knows? Depends on how Bitcoin grows. Because depends on whether any problem occur into Bitcoin ecosystem, which for 13 years had no problem, and I don't foresee any more problem into the future. All right. Bitcoin will grow by the other layer 2 or layer 3 off-chain to help it transact faster and even cheaper. That's Bitcoin. All right. Enjoy. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.